It's Hassan. I'm founder and instructor of this PM consultant training. I specialize in taking motivated professionals and turning them into AI-proof, competent PM consultants that command $10,000 per month plus or more in the business intelligence, finance technology domain. That's BI FinTech for short. I built this training program from over 10 years of frontline experience notes, investing over 4,000 hours into this mission. The result is a blueprint of exactly how to get to $18,000 per month plus take home. That is a salary equivalent of over $400,000 per year take home after taxes. I have proof in the strategy guide PDF. This is how you, as a motivated professional, can earn your 10-year goal in 3 months, and you can use it to avoid AI-induced job loss. Why should you listen to me? I'm academically trained as an aerospace engineer, and I've done this pivot. Well, I wasn't happy with the opportunities available to me after I finished my training, and I spent 2 years every waking moment trying to figure out the right pivot. I personally felt the pain points and blasted through them. I'm not an instructor that was hired to teach a pre-planned curriculum, and I'm not an organization that sells certificates and relies on its reputation and doesn't take accountability to share results. This was a blank sheet build. I built this from the ground up with zero constraints, one person. And because I started with the outcome, and I'm the only person that had a hand in it, this allows me to provide an outcome satisfaction guarantee, making it a one-of-a-kind program. There is no other program like this. What is the outcome exactly? Go to my job board, and there you can see the exact type of contracts you will get. We're not studying at random. We're starting with a very specific end result, and we're bringing all of our focus into that one direction purposefully. This program is a precision instrument aimed at a specific result for the student. About my background, I'm a professional project manager, professional scrum master, and a cloud solutions architect expert. I have the top tier technical certifications as well as the project management certifications. This pivot was a game changer for me. One, I got a rewarding career. Two, I got to earn top 1% salary in the country at a very young age. And three, I got to do superficial things like buy a Porsche 718 GTS, the only manual one in the country, a dream of mine. I got to restore a B8 classic BMW, and I got to work remotely. I worked at a Costa Rica. I worked out of a East Coast 4-bedroom penthouse to myself. I set it up as a focus zone. And then I also got to work at Bali by the ocean with digital nomads, like-minded digital nomads. Now I'm getting to work out of a penthouse in Finance District in downtown Manila, which is also set up as a focus zone, and it's amazing. These are things I could not do with a mediocre full-time job or dreamt of doing as a student. Before the pivots, the jobs that I was getting were not stimulating. They took all my time and they didn't compensate well. It was a soul-sucking grind. I wasn't getting the level of compensation in proportion to the training that I had done and the competence that I felt I had. I'm all for working hard, but in the right direction with a truly fulfilling outcome. You want to pick something that will give you mastery and freedom with your time and location. Otherwise, you're simply stuck in a soul-crushing treadmill. Been there through brute force, working 12-hour days. I got myself out and I set up this blueprint and I present to you the same solution. Now, there is a time crunch. 50% of the jobs will be lost to AI for McKinsey, and you want to secure your new pivot or your new niche fast. As Charles Darwin says, the universal truth of life is those that adapt the fastest thrive, and those that do not expire. This was the same story with Netflix versus Blockbuster, and it was the same story with Kodak versus digital cameras. They both could have pivoted, but they didn't. And now knowledge workers face a challenge. If their role is primarily of tactical tasks, AI can already do this work. So moving into a new niche is required. How did I build this? I take productivity notes throughout my whole career. It's a habit of mine, a linear memory recall. Around 5 years ago, I had the idea I'll make a training program. So I went through 10 years of notes and I traced back each to-do list item and I put it into an Excel file, the relevant ones. I took the different areas into a course outline Excel table with slicers, and I organized them in there. From there, I went into a course outline file. From there, it went into a roadmap as well as a Gantt chart and my personal Jira board for execution. But the roadmap you see before you, that is how it was made from the ground up. I didn't make it by analogy. I didn't take another course, look at it, see what's in here, and be like, oh, that's fit to have, that's fit to have. What I did was I went through 10 years and took only what worked. I'll touch on my experience a little bit. If you want full details, just go to my LinkedIn. I worked at a transit operation software lender, worked at a trade settlement company, FinTech company, worked with Toronto Catholic District School Board, data project. I worked with Morgan Stanley. I worked with multiple banks and their software firm. And I also worked with Canada Life for their data analytics in healthcare and dental, massive operation serving the entire population of Canada, anyone who has dental insurance. I was a work stream scrum master for that, leading a team of 40 people, very fast-paced environment. Let's jump into the roadmap. It's divided into two areas. One is frontline knowledge, which includes tools, and the other is fast tracking certifications. Now, the way that I have designed this is you want to know the actual skill set as it's learned in the front lines, because even if you're studying the certifications, when you show up, you will have zero idea what you're doing. So first, the knowledge for the certifications as you need them in the front line, domain expertise for what you will encounter in the field. This isn't like other programs that will teach you project management and then you're left on your own to apply to construction, healthcare, advertising, shipbuilding, or whatever. There's an assisted process for getting you qualified to write the certification. These are professional certifications and you need to qualify for them. So there's that. Then we study the exact material that you'll be tested on. We'll start with that. So it's very efficient. You already know the frontline knowledge that you need to know to do the actual consulting work. So now when you do the certifications, we use reverse learning to make it efficient. You put both of them together. What you get is a competent package of you being able to hit the ground running, being able to do the work, presenting value in your application because you have the top tier professional certifications. About the guarantee, I can't guarantee you'll do the work, but I'll guarantee that I'll provide you with the level of support and service required to get the outcome. It's a satisfaction guarantee. If you're not satisfied that you receive the level of support required to get to the outcome of at least $10,000 per month plus or more, I will give you a refund. That is a very strong guarantee. Conditions. You have to claim this within 6 months for practical reasons. You can't claim it 2 years later. And you need to show up to the weekly group sessions. I remove roadblocks here. 80% attendance is required. There's also a WhatsApp group. Personally remove the roadblocks myself. If you are motivated, then this program is laid out in a way that you will get results, which is why I'm able to offer the guarantee. Quick look at this job board allows you to see exactly what type of contracts you'll be getting, starting with the end in mind. And I built this job board using XAPI and A10 automation. What it does is it connects to my inbox with the IMAP trigger, takes emails from my personal recruiter network, and when there's a new contract, instantly it posts it there. Whatever contracts I get, you get. And it's free. You can even go there right now. There's no sign up required. And you'll see the recruiter name there. I'm not affiliated with them. So you can even call them right now and you can ask them about the role. But through my program, it will be the fastest, best way for you to become competent for these specific contracts. You can check that out on the job board. 2 portfolio items. One will be a agentic AI web app. Similar to the job board, it will be of quality that can compete with market solutions. For example, my job board was inspired by AutoTempest. AutoTempest takes all of the car classifieds and puts them into one place. Cars.com, Caravana, eBay, and so on. It takes multiple data sources, provides a place that has the aggregate data. So you as a user can just go on there instead of having to browse 10 different websites. That was the inspiration for my job board. One source is my primary inbox. Other sources are top tier project management consultant recruitment firms, NTT Data, Elizo, Modus, Nerdy Hire, Tundra, Solutia, and a whole host of them. You'll make an agentic AI-based web app that we can build. We'll go into your portfolio and it will allow you to have a strong application. I'll leave this roadmap up on the screen, but if you message me on LinkedIn, I'll send you the roadmap PDF. Or if you reply to roadmap, I'll send you the PDF as well. Basically, there are 2 areas, the certifications and the frontline knowledge. The frontline knowledge breaks down into tools and consulting knowledge. The consulting knowledge breaks down into Waterfall, Agile, and AI Orchestration project management knowledge. Then the tools section, it has a bunch of stuff you'll need. It also has another portfolio item, which is a vendor-grade solution for demand management built on Power BI. This is something I had to learn and really cut my teeth on. Can't learn this from anywhere else. This solution currently on the market is $60,000 that software vendors charge for. We will build this solution. Again, we can build a bunch of portfolio that'll really boost the value of your application. The end result is you'll gain competence such that when you show up in front of a hiring manager and you are gunning for a contract, they will see your application and they will know that you present lots of value. You'll have a strong portfolio, 3 certifications, and you'll be able to speak the language of consulting. You'll be able to secure a $10,000 per month plus or more job as a result. If you get stuck, I'm there to remove obstacles. We end with how to get the contracts, the job application process, the interview process. Also, I cover the first 90 days. The first 90 days are critical. You need to front load your contract. And if you lay the groundwork correctly, the rest of it is smooth sailing. But if you don't do that, you will be in trouble. We cover that. That covers everything end to end. You will need to know one place with the outcome in mind. Once you get to this point, I will personally reward you with a brass coin that says Solution Inventor, which is Latin for a solution will be found or it will be created, which is a strong way of saying do not give up. And that'll be a reminder you went through this program, you're competent to take charge and lead frontline project management consulting. If you're resonating with what I'm saying, currently I am running a founder special at $9.99. I have a few seats left. Prices after this will jump to $5,000. That's a quick summary of the program. You get frontline knowledge, you get tools knowledge, you get triple certifications, PMP, PSM, and CPMAI, certified professional in managing AI projects. You'll be able to win contracts. And if you go onto the job board, you'll be able to directly transition into AI orchestration projects as well. That concludes the unboxing video. Thank you for your time.